These are the songs that send shivers down your spine and move your heart. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 hauntingly beautiful songs. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at the songs that move us, touch us, and make us feel a whole range of complicated feelings. Number 10, How to Disappear Completely, Radiohead. While not the sound they're known for, this track from 2000's Kid A is now remembered by many as one of Radiohead's best offerings. In place of his otherworldly guitar work, Johnny Greenwood presents a Krzysztof Penderecki-inspired string arrangement as the foundation for How to Disappear Completely, which was recorded at Dorchester Abbey in Oxfordshire, England. Lyrically, meanwhile, the track was inspired by a mantra of sorts, given to Tom York by Michael Stipe of R.E.M. I'm not here, this isn't happening. The song was also inspired by a dream York had about floating. Sonically, it's almost hard to tell where York's vocals leave off and the mournful and emotive string section begins. Number 9, Angel, Sarah McLachlan.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance.
Featuring just McLachlan, her piano, and the subtle bass of Bare Naked Lady Jim Cregan, this song tugged at the heartstrings long before it became associated with the ASPCA.
You are pearl from your wreckage.
Inspired by the overdose death of Smashing Pumpkins touring keyboardist Jonathan Melvoin, this haunting lullaby has become the go-to song to underline sadness in TV shows and movies, and as an attempt to find hope in real-life tragedies. McLachlan has referred to the writing process of this song as a very easy labor. Burnt out from 2 years' worth of touring, the singer felt that, while not a drug user herself, she could identify with someone turning to substances as a means of coping with the touring lifestyle.
You're in the arms of your
Number 8, Transatlanticism, Death Cab for Cutie.
The Atlantic was born today, and I'll tell you how.
The title track of the album that cemented this band's place in music history, Transatlanticism may very well be one of Death Cab for Cutie's finest musical moments. Written by Ben Gibbard with Chris Walla, the track runs close to the 8-minute mark and maintains a sense of pained loneliness throughout.
Oh no, I need you so much closer.
Beginning sparsely with just piano, vocal, and precise percussion, the song builds with the eventual addition of electric guitar. Addressing the loneliness and frustration that come with a long-distance relationship, a theme carried across the entire concept album, Transatlanticism is as lyrically beautiful as it is musically hypnotic.
I need you so much closer.
I've done it again.
Number 7, Breathe Me, Sia.
I have been here many times before.
Owing to the way it was recorded, Breathe Me is one of the few songs in Sia's catalog that she can really enjoy listening to. With Sia out sick, bassist Sam Dixon and drummer Felix Bloxam recorded the track in her absence, and she got to fall in love with the results before adding her vocals. She wasn't the only one to feel smitten, though. Upfront about worries, anxiety, and self-harm, the song is at once inconsolable and deeply soothing. Beginning with just piano, and a voice so weary and lethargic you doubt she'll make it to the end of the verse, Breathe Me builds in intensity and emotion, like light at the end of a dark tunnel. Number 6, Mad World, Michael Andrews featuring Gary Jules.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
Originally recorded by Tears for Fears, Mad World took on a whole new sound in the hands of Michael Andrews. Tasked with soundtracking the film Donnie Darko, Andrews needed a song with the right emotional weight to replace U2's MLK, which the production could not afford.
And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had.
Featuring no drums or guitars at the request of director Richard Kelly, Andrews created the soundscape of Mad World using piano, vocoder, as well as synthetic cello via a mellotron. He then enlisted former bandmate Gary Jules to record the restrained vocals. Mostly completed in less than 2 hours, the version was meant as a demo, but Kelly liked the track so much he decided to use it for the film. Number 5, The Wolves Act 1 and 2, Bon Iver. Written while Justin Vernon was recovering from a breakup, the end of a band, and mononucleosis of the liver, The Wolves is almost a mantra of self-determination in the face of intangible obstacles. Relocating to his father's cabin in rural Wisconsin, Vernon coped with his loneliness by recording and pursuing new directions and approaches to his songwriting. Completing what he thought was a solid demo, Vernon was urged to release the recordings as an album, The Wolves proving to be a highlight for many listeners. The conflicted mix of emotions in the song can only be rivaled by the band's later track Holocene, which treads similar ground. Number 4, Tears in Heaven, Eric Clapton.
Know my name. If I saw you in heaven.
A favorite of many Clapton fans, Tears in Heaven was the guitarist's means of coping with the death of his young son Connor. The son of Clapton and model Laurie Del Santo, Connor was just 4 years old when he fell to his death from a New York City high-rise. A former addict, Clapton sought to avoid falling back on old habits, pouring his grief into music instead.
I'll find my way through night and day.
Having written the first verse, Clapton asked co-writer Will Jennings to complete the song as part of their work for the soundtrack of the film Rush.
Time can break the heart. Have you begged and pleaded?
Inescapably linked to Connor's death, Tears in Heaven is an emotional exploration of sorrow, loss, pain, and uncertainty.
'Cause I know I don't belong.
Number 3, The Sound of Silence, Simon and Garfunkel.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Written over a 6-month period, The Sound of Silence was slow in the making. Simon allegedly wrote much of it in a bathroom with the lights out, which likely explains the opening line, if not the mood of the whole song.
When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light.
Thought by many to be about a range of heavy topics, most notably the JFK assassination, Paul Simon has said it's simply about people's inability to communicate with one another.
Hear my words and I teach you.
Undeniably captivating, the uniquely bleak sentiment of uncertainty offered by The Sound of Silence has seen it used to underscore emotion in films as diverse as The Graduate and Watchmen.
Within the sound of silence.
It even found its way into the quirky fabric of the cult classic comedy series Arrested Development.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Number 2, Hurt, Johnny Cash.
I hurt myself today.
What was once a musical suicide note from Trent Reznor became a musical obituary for the Man in Black. Presented to the iconic songwriter by producer Rick Rubin, Cash took a liking to the Nine Inch Nails classic, allegedly listening to it roughly 100 times.
What have I become? My sweetest friend.
The song not only perfectly suited Cash and his demon-fueled past, but also married perfectly with his weakening but still commanding low baritone voice.
You are someone else.
Powerful in its own right, the song becomes an absolute tearjerker when paired with the music video. Within a year of its release, both Cash and his wife June would pass away. In 2007, the couple's home, which featured prominently in the music video, was destroyed by fire.
I would find a way.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Hallelujah, Jeff Buckley.
I heard there was a secret chord.
As omnipresent as it is today, Hallelujah actually took a very long time to gain footing in the public consciousness.
All I ever learned from love is how to shoot at someone.
First released by Leonard Cohen in 1984, the singer wrote it over a 5-year period, accumulating approximately 80 different verses before narrowing it down to 4. Rejected by CBS Records, who called it a disaster, Cohen released it independently to little fanfare.
Hallelujah.
10 years later, Jeff Buckley picked up where John Cale's 1991 cover version left off.
It's a gold and it's a broken hallelujah.
But it too had a limited impact until Buckley's death in 1997.
But I've seen your flag on the marble arch, and love is not a victory march.
Today, over 300 covers exist, but it's Jeff Buckley's raw and sensual take that is best known, the sentimentality of which is only heightened by Buckley's untimely demise.
Broken hallelujah.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.